Bedwars, a game that used to be one of the largest games on Roblox, now can barely average 50,000 players. At a point, it almost averaged 100,000 players at a time during summer. But today, I just want to have one last chat with Bedwars before it goes. But before the video starts, I just want to make it clear that I'm not blaming it on the AC mods or any other people like that. I'd say this is more of the devs' fault, no offense, but I feel like this is criticism that they need to take. But this is going to be split up into a couple reasons. The first reason I would like to talk about is updates. Bedwars has been doing weekly updates for almost 3 years. Every single person in the game has liked that until now. The reason why I don't like it is because their updates, like, what they do in their updates. Like, player level 200 was a horrible idea, no offense. But what would a level 1 player think if he had to go to level 200? He would get burnt out and quit immediately. This is just one factor of updates have on new players and old players. Like, an old player does not want to grind to level 200, I feel like. Another problems with the updates that I have is like they don't listen to the community anymore, because back in season 6 they would listen to community almost every single update until the community made Kalia overpowered or something like that, and then they stopped listening to the community in general. This has really hurt the game's update, I feel like, because now they are just going off of the game, which they don't play that much themselves. No offense to the devs, they're really nice people, I'm just saying. The last thing I'd like to add is about Discord servers. Their Bedwars Discord servers should have more polls to ask the community what they want inside an update. Like, for example, what they do with the kid skin. That way no one complains about this kid skin. Every single time there's a kid skin, it's what the community wants, not what the devs want. That's why I like the kid skin ideas a lot. And then they could do it for like an update. Should we make this kit like nerf? What nerf we do that? I feel like they should do that because the Rivals community does it, and it's really, really nice. The next problem I'd like to talk about is the hacker problem. You might think it's the AC mod's fault, but I'd still blame this a little bit more on the devs. But before you blame it on anyone, you should hear me out. First, I want to talk about the last unban wave. The last time they did an unban wave was 3 years ago, which is absolutely insane. Another factor I want to say is they can remove streamer mode, because streamer mode is literally used for just hackers to hide their users, which would make beta account hackers and closet cheaters way less scared to cheat on their main. Another thing I'd like to say is the AC mods are doing their job. You might think there's way more hackers than they are inside the game, because the same hacker ruins the same game multiple times. There's only like a couple hackers online on ranked or anything like that. And when you ask them to join the game, half the time they don't, because you have to clip it for them to join. Or because there's something called auto detect, which just instantly turn off their hacks when they join. So that's why you have to clip it. Most of the AC mods use Overwatch to ban, and not the ranked community servers, because there might be there's a lot more hackers than you think in other game modes that's not ranked. I don't know why they cheat in other game modes that's not ranked, but there actually is, which is why they do that. The next hacker problem I'd like to talk about is the closet cheaters. There's so much closet cheaters on ranked, and it's actually kind of annoying. And also, this would be easily fixed if they just remove shooter mode, because shooter mode would make them not cheat on their main. And if they do, all you have to do is just clip it for them to get banned. I really think this is a good idea, and if you guys could help this reach the devs, that'd be greatly appreciated. But before we go on to the next reason, I'd just like to say it's completely fair if you want to argue with any of my reasons. Just put it inside the comments and I'll just see what you said. I might be wrong on some things that don't call me completely right. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the community. The community in Bedwars is so toxic, it's not even funny. You could go solo queuing and you could be called like some things which I cannot say here, just because you sold a ranked badge. I could be like just solo queuing on an alt, and then we lose our badge, and you're like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And be calling us all sorts of things. This is actually such a problem at Bedwars. Like, I cannot emphasize how big of a problem it is. It's just not good for a community to be this toxic. Multiple people quit every single day because of toxicity, and I really think it's such a huge problem in Bedwars. I can't imagine a new player coming inside the game for the first time and then being called something dumb because they just sold their match. Like, it is not a good thing to have in the community. I'd feel really, really bad if anyone had to go through that. That's why I really think this is such a huge problem. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of done it before. I've typed easy in chat or something like that, but I do not think it's a good idea for anyone to do it at all. It's just better to close chat or just focus on something else instead of typing in chat or something like that. It's a really good idea, and it helps me win a lot of ranked games. I just focus on the ranked game instead of talking in chat. That's why I really think it's important for you to try to do it as well. The Bedwars community shouldn't be as toxic as it is, and I really think it's a good idea to try to fix it for yourself. Now I'm gonna move on to reason 3. Next reason I like to talk about is how the game has changed. The game has changed in a way that's not so nice. For example, like the new player logo. They try to make it so the game so it's more modernized and new. Most players do not want that. More players wants the game to be more simple and like old actually. Like, I feel like trying to make it more new is kind of hurting the game. For example, the new player logo is actually really bad for old players and new players. A new player will press play and then just don't know what to click after that. They'll go into like lucky blocks or I don't know, random like that. Like, it's really hard for a new player to just do that, and the old players don't like the feeling of it. I also feel like there's other like new and old stuff that they should balance well. They aren't like balancing their new and old players really well. Game is trying to get more new players, but it's hurting the old players, and when they try to get more old players back, they hurt the new players, and I feel like there's a really good balance of it. I really think they should listen to the community just a little bit more than they do. I would really help this a lot, and this situation is going to get worse as it goes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here, but I just want to add one last thing. Don't send hate to the dev. Don't take my ideas too seriously. It's not gonna go anywhere. And if you have any disagreement with me, I will answer it. Thank you for listening to me, and remember to like and subscribe. I'm not quitting or anything like that, but thanks for watching to the end.